Hello internet peeps. Today I'm going to talk about a brand called Tomica. Tomica's made in Japan and they've been making this particular style of die-cast cars since the 1970s, although the company goes back a lot further than that. I've had two today, so it's a bit difficult with my bad arm. Two today, and Tomica's tend to come in sort of like a matchbox style box, and that's what their sort of like slang nickname is, the matchbox of China. They come in a box like this, much like a matchbox box. They have a little bit like a plastic bag inside with the car inside, and that's fine. They're well protected. I've never had any problems. Very cost effective way of packaging cars, and I don't see the point of these plastic bubble wrap ones, but there we are. The old ways are the best. These are the two that I've had today that will come to in the course of time as I drop them. But there you go, shows how bad my arm is. Anyway, what should we kick off with? Oh, we'll kick off with possibly my favourite, and this was in my favourite 10 cars because it's just awesome. This is the Diablo. Let me get into a camera shot there for you. Tomica Lamborghini Diablo, made in Vietnam. So these are actually made in Vietnam. There you go. I sort of like half knew that. The doors open, which I've shown before, which are lovely. You have got some nice interior detail in there. It's a bit hard to see because it's black, but it's in there. I particularly like the rims. They're mainly plastic wheels. In fact, they're all plastic wheels on the premium line, which this is. There's sort of like the budget line, which I haven't got any of. There's the premium line, and then there's limited vintage, and I have got some Tomica limited vintage. But what they do great as well is the pop-up headlights, which I've seen on higher scales. Corgi did it, and I think Dinky did it as well. But on 164, pop-up headlights, immense. So there you go. There's the orange one, which you've seen before. But here's the yellow one. I think the yellow one I had first, and my friend Sylvester, he loves it too, because I told him about it, and he bought one, and he was very pleased with it. There's nothing not to like. The spoiler on the back is plastic, not part of the die-cast, but the detail on the back there, details on the front, the pop-up headlights, the opening doors, good paintwork. Brilliant. This is one I've had for a while. Personally, I don't think it looks like what it is. This is a Nissan Silvia, but lovely opening doors. Some nice interior detail in there, which you can see a lot better in that one. Light detail at the back and at the front. There's something on the hood there. I can't quite pick it out. It's too small for me. It might be it's got a number plate on there, which I've noticed before. And it's got some sort of decals on the side. Very pretty car, very pretty car. This one is rather special. This is a first edition one, quite rare in the extreme, and this has got real riders, and this one's got a metal base. So this might be the beginnings of limited vintage, but it's not essentially called a limited vintage. But you have got lovely detail on the back, and it said Celica on the number plate there, and it might have the model number there, the model name. I can't read it, it's way too small. But what is good about this one is the doors open. I love this model. I was very lucky to get this one. I've had it a while, and I got it from France. Can't remember the name of the seller, but an astonishingly nice Tomica. Very lucky to have that one, and I've not seen it anywhere else. I didn't see it on the internet and then thought I must get that. I just found it by pure chance and thought, oh gosh, that's nice, I must have that. They do have suspension as well, which all Tomicas are very good for. they're a good quality car. I mean, this is okay, this is quite an expensive one, but the premium lines, they have suspension, they have the opening parts, good paintwork. Okay, you got plastic wheels and a plastic base, but by gum, the wheels look great. I think it's a great brand. It's a great brand. I really like it. This is one of the ones that I showed you the box of earlier that I've had today, and this has exquisite detail. This is the Toyota Sprinter. Authentic wheels. Okay, they might be plastic, but they're authentic. This one's got a plastic base. You've got light details on the front there. Interesting black bumpers on the doors. Doors do open. You can see inside, nice detail on that one. Slightly like a brownish interior. Don't know whether you can pick that out. So chuffed with that one. An excellent suspension. Nice paint job. Red. Brilliant. This one I've had a while. This one is a Skyline, although it wouldn't. It's an early one. You've got some detail at the front and the back. It's much better than the. I have got an almost identical car. In fact, I'll get it for you. An identical car by Hot Wheels, and we'll compare them. Oh, if I can get up. Oh, damn it! There we are. Now this is the same car. Let's just check which model it is. I'll check I get it right. Yeah, it's 2000 GT. Now this is the Hot Wheels one. Okay, you've got a plastic base, plastic wheels. The wheels are okay on that one, but the window detail is nowhere near as pleasing or as good as the Tomica one. They get it right. That just looks. I mean, I'm no expert on this car, but even before I knew what it looked like, I thought that looked wrong. And indeed it is. You can see that's the same car and how much better it is. Okay, on this one you haven't got wing mirrors, which that's the plus for the Hot Wheels car. And okay, you could say it's got slightly nicer details at the headlights, but I'd much rather have this one. But that's might be because of the opening features. But I think that's it's a very interesting contrast, because it's the same car. In the same colour by different manufacturers, which you don't often get that clear contrast between one and the other. Obviously there's no suspension on the Hot Wheels. This is quite a good Hot Wheels because it's got the light detail on the front and the back, which you don't always get. But compared to this, if I didn't have this, I'd be quite happy with this one. But there you are. That's an interesting contrast between one make and another. Let's look this one up. This one's a Mitsubishi, I believe, twin turbo. Very nice looking car. I do have another contrast to this one with another make, but I'm not getting up again. My back's killing me. I went out yesterday and got some more Hot Wheels track. I got some curves and a kicker loop, so that'll be super duper. I picked up a very cheap Fast and Furious car there as well, and that's an interesting segue to this one. Now nobody will recognise this car because it's from the new Fast and Furious film, which nobody has seen, and this is let's get it right which one it is, the GR Supra. So there you are. Apparently it's going to be in the new film. I liked it because of the colouring and the fact that it's Toyota, of course. The black and the orange is always a plus with me. Not really any suspension on this one, but plastic. Oh, there is. No, tell a lie, there is. It does go up and down, just not a lot of travel. Plastic wheels, plastic base. Had that one a while, and that one's probably gone up in value now. This one is killer. This is a premium line. Now this is the Silhouette, which is an interesting Skyline Turbo Super Silhouette. There we are. Now this is a lovely car. It has been done by other makers, but I think this is the best version There is a slightly better version by Tomica that's got a removable front, but that can go for hundreds of pounds and hundreds of dollars. Personally, I think that's more than good enough, this version, but the other version is slightly better, and it's got nicer wheels, and the front is detachable, which is quite exceptional, but I wouldn't pay that money for it. I hope you agree. This is a very nice car. I haven't seen this shown anywhere. I have seen the limited vintage one shown, but I haven't seen this one. And when I saw it, I thought, well, that's good enough for me. Lovely Tomica there on the valance at the front. Very interesting at the back as well. Nice car. Isn't an interesting car that you don't associate with Tomica. It's a Europa Special by Lotus, a British make. Plastic wheels again, but authentic. They look great. Suspension, spoiler on the back, details all round, a lovely stripe down the middle. I've got lots of Lotuses. I'll have to do a video just on Lotuses. This is possibly one of my favourites. This is a Skyline. Is it not? Oh no, it's a Fair Lady tail light. It's Fair Lady Z. But lovely. The colour and the opening doors. This one's all metal, which is quite exceptional for a premium. This isn't a limited vintage. It's got plastic wheels, which look good, but it's got a metal base. It's quite. I don't really know the background of that, but there we are. It's a fact. But the opening doors, fantastic. The colour is just superb. It's got a terrible steering wheel in there, but you don't really need to. I don't look at the interior much unless I'm going to show it on the video, but that is an awful tiny steering wheel. So it always tickles me where you're thinking that person would never get in there because the steering wheel's almost on the floor. But how often do you look inside a car? It's not that important, and a lot of people would say opening parts isn't important, but it's important to me, as is colour, and copper is an orange, very interesting, very important to me. This is an interesting car. This is a Lexus. It has got a numbered detail underneath there if you want to pick it out. I'm not familiar with this car. It's a Lexus, and it's orange, and it's got opening doors, and those are the things I was really concerned about. Nice wheels with the silver rim round it. Let's have a look. We got a better steering wheel on this one. It's not that brilliant. It's a little bit better than the other one, but not brilliant. Lovely decals down the side. Obviously this is a racing one with a spoiler on the back. Lexus, lovely details. Not expensive this car. I can't remember exactly what I paid for it because it was a while ago, but great bar. This one is one I've got today, and this one needs no introduction. As you can see, it's a Ferrari, but it isn't just any Ferrari. It's the one we remember. It was this and the Lamborghini Countach everybody had on their wall. These were the two cars that were on test drive that everybody wanted to own. This was the car to have. You were the man if you had this car. And I feel like the man because I've got the Tomica version. What is interesting about this one, apart from the immense detail, is this one too has flip-up headlights at 164. And they look right, they fit right. It's not like they're awful and they clunk or don't fit right. They fit perfectly and it looks right. I've never seen such a good version. I bet there's better versions of the limited vintage, and they do. They go for high value, the ones there, because Ferrari and Tomica, they do a lot of Ferraris and they do them exceptionally well, but there's a very high price tag with them. This one, I can't remember again how much I paid for it. It had to come from Japan. You're not going to find these in this country. You're going to have to buy them from abroad. And if you want the details of which supplier I use, I'll give them to you. But I don't want to particularly give anybody an advert, because it is risky from buying from abroad, and as long as you understand that, then you pays your money, you takes your risk. And I found a company that was good, so, and I've had no trouble. So if you want to know who they are, I'll let you know. They're reasonable. There is also, there's always the language barrier if you order from abroad, which can be difficult, and they tend not to want to understand. But if you persevere, you can make it happen, and I make it work. This is another fantastic car, the F40. Pretty wheels that are authentic, plastic base again. Oh, to light, this one might be metal. I think that's a metal base, that one. Yeah, pretty sure that's metal. But what I instantly like about this one, look at the detail around the back, is the opening part. You can actually see the engine. Now that's, I believe again there's a limited vintage one of this, and it does open in the same way. But for a premium car, that's just, oh man, it's even got the slats in the perspex at the back there. And the words just escape me how good that car is at the scale. It is just awesome, absolutely awesome. You get the Ferrari badge there. They take the time. There's lens, proper lens detail in the front. Beautiful car that I haven't seen anybody else show. I don't know if people are aware of these, so I've taken the time to show them. Now, this is another Ferrari. I can't remember the exact model, and to be fair, I couldn't be bothered looking it up because it's been a while since I bought it. But it's the one I like it in yellow. This looks great in yellow, but unfortunately they don't do it on yellow, or it was more expensive. I can't remember now. But it is a Ferrari, and it has got authentic wheels, which you can tell. Lovely sort of like tan interior. Everybody will remember this car from Miami Vice. It was just iconic because of that. They had this, and I think they had a Testarossa as well. That used to knock about in. Just brilliant cars. This one is a particular favourite of mine, and it can go for big money. Ferrari Dino. Not this particular car, although it might be more expensive now. The Dino by Hot Wheels can be quite priced. It can go for nice money. This one again has a metal base, riveted together. All these are riveted. Lovely paint job. Stunning details at the front and the back. Proper lenses in the headlight there. It's a stunning little car. Suspension. These all roll great as well. And last but not, not last but not least, this is another cracking one, and the headlights on this one are in the open position. They don't have flip up and down headlights on this, but this is a RX-7, a Mazda RX-7 Savannah, and authentic wheels, not the prettiest wheels in the world, but authentic. Great suspension, and on this you've got the opening doors there, so you can see inside. Have a butcher's in there. Let's have a look at the right hand drive on that one. It looks okay. The steering wheel isn't as bad as the other one. Does it say on the side there? It says something. I can't quite make that out, but it's got some writing in red and another logo there. Possibly the best RX-7 I've ever seen. Much better than any of the. Look at that lens detail at the back there. Inserted lenses. Now you're not going to get that on a Hot Wheels. It's just exceptional. That is the best RX-7 I've seen. Not seen anybody else with this one. I'm quite surprised. It just escapes me how good it is, and I've not seen anybody else with it. Anyway, sort of like the creme de la creme are the limited vintage, which I've mentioned, and this is my favourite of those. I went out my way. I don't have many of these because they are too expensive. They're silly expensive. They're not worth the money. The detail is phenomenal. If you're serious about collecting, then you want one or two of these in your collection, but you've got to be quite wealthy to buy lots of these. This is a Mitsubishi Colt. I don't know the exact year. I haven't got my magnifying close handy. Lovely wheels. This has real riders. You're looking at £30 plus for this now. Once these go from the original, when they're originally manufactured, the price only goes up because people hunt them out. Obviously, if they haven't been opened, they're more valuable. But this one's mint. I've kept an eye on it and not being extra careful with it. The orange is what's special to me, and it's one of my favourite cars, but it didn't make it to the top 10. That shows you the quality of my collection. This one's quite an interesting one. This is a Tomica Masterline, whatever that is. I just like the look of it. It looks very much like an American car, which the early Japanese ones did. They copied the Americans because they had a huge influence on what they did for obvious reasons. This one I like because of the colour and the fact it's a wagon, estate, whichever you want to call it. Metal base on this one. Metal base on the Mitsubishi Colt as well. Real riders. The detail is they do go to probably more than anybody else. Autoworld's close, but I think these are slightly more, hence the money. But pound for pound, you'd have an Autoworld. These aren't worth it, whereas Autoworld are. Worth every penny, Autoworld. Where these are that little bit better, but for the money, no. But you've got to have some, because they are possibly the best there is. I can't think of anybody that's better, to be fair, but it's not worth the money. This one I can't remember the model, but this is a limited vintage. I bought it because it looks like a Honda Accord. It isn't a Honda Accord, and it doesn't say what model it is underneath, which is quite disappointing. I hate when manufacturers do that. Riveted together, you can see it's even got exhaust detail underneath there. You've got the inserted light detail on the back and on the front. The red, I've got a red Honda, you see, so that's why I wanted that one. But mine's quite an old one. Lovely car. Honda badge on the back, Honda badge on the front. I mean, you can't fault the detail. Authentic wheels, they're perfect. I'm sure they exactly they are. And this a little on this one. This was a Mitsubishi Leo. I like this because I like all three-wheel vehicles, and I'll have to do a video just on three-wheel vehicles. I like anything with a weird amount of wheels. This has got real riders, a metal base, but as you can see, it's tiny. But I bet it's now limited vintage are absolutely authentic in every detail, scale, colour, all the features, everything's perfect. So you are paying the big bucks, but you are getting the big buck results. There's nothing out of place on this. I mean, I've no idea what Japanese cars are like, or I've never seen one of these, but I can guarantee you it's exactly as it would be, and they go to great pains to make sure it is. Lovely paint job, two-tone. What's not to like about that? That's just super cool little van. Wouldn't you love to have one of them? But it's ultra relatable as well, being a Mitsubishi. But I hope you enjoy those, because I enjoyed looking through them. Just find remote control. And if you've got any questions, let me know. And I've had some exceptional things today, hence my upbeat mood, although I'm in a lot of pain. Who has sent me some stuff? Is it Darren? I think it's Darren, but I will look at the internet and make sure. Darren has sent me some awesome, I mean totally awesome Hot Wheels classics today, and I love classics, but there's quite a few that I didn't have that have come today, so that's next. Take care. Bye bye.